Hello and welcome to Speak Perfect International. I'm your host, Ohemu Godwin Pius. It is an incredible privilege for me to have you with us today on SPI. As you can see, I am happy because I'm making this recording all the way from Jigawa State in an open space close to the exit of our dear country, Nigeria. It is bone chilling cold down here in the morning and damn hot in the afternoon. There's a kind of balance in the atmospheric condition in this environment, and I'm enjoying it, and I hope you're having fun in your immediate place of abode. Today, I want to talk to you on the subject how not to start and to conclude a speech. How not to start and to conclude a speech. There are two major spots in public communication where you are likely to exhibit your inexperience or experience as a public speaker, and it is usually at the commencement of your speech and at the conclusion of your speech. It is usually at the beginning of your speech and at the ending of your speech. So the question is, how should you not start a speech and how should you not conclude a speech? Let's look at the first one, how not to start a speech. More often than not, you must have been in an audience anxiously awaiting the arrival of a guest of honor who has been scheduled to engage the audience in a deep focused discussion. But as soon as this guest mounted the stage, the first few words that came out of his mouth actually annihilated your passion of listening to him. What did he do? He actually uttered some attention killer sentences. And those attention killer sentences are 4 in number. The first one is, never you start your presentation with an apology. I have seen speakers who mount the stage and their opening remark is usually, I am sorry, I am not a good speaker, I am not as eloquent as the previous speaker, I am not as fluent as the previous speaker. That is an excellent way for you to turn off your audience's attention of listening to you. Never you say you are not a good speaker. You are a good public speaker, and that is why you are on stage. You are good. There's something unique, something special, something excellent about you, and that is why the organizers of the event actually included your name on the list of speakers. So go to the point and engage your audience in a deep focused discussion. Point 2, I have seen speakers who goes to the point of saying the previous speaker has said it all. The previous speaker has said it all and you are still on stage. Then pack your things and leave the stage. There is no need for you to be there if you agree that the previous speaker has said it all. Never you start your presentation with that attention killer sentence. It turns off your audience's willingness to hear you speak. Don't you say the previous speaker has said it all. There is no way that two separate individuals will speak on the same topic and they will say the same thing 100% word for word. You are special in your own way, and go ahead and tell us what you have for us. And even if the previous speaker has said exactly the same thing you have to tell us, please go ahead and say yours in your own unique and special way. We really want to hear from you, and that is why we are here. Point 3, I have seen speakers who go to the point of saying, I don't have anything new to say. You should have something new to say as a public speaker, and that new thing that you have to say is the reason that we are here to hear you speak. So please go ahead and engage us in a deep focused discussion, and don't tell us that you don't have anything new to say. If you don't have anything new to say, then you should sit at home and allow someone who has something new to say to engage us in a deep focused discussion. And fourthly, I have seen speakers who goes to the point of saying, you already know it all. My goodness, we don't know it all. If we know it all, we will not be here seated, hungry, thirsty, and leaning forward to hear you speak. You are on stage because there is something unique. There is something that we have not known that you know that you are bound to share with us. So go ahead and engage your audience in that particular discussion. Don't you say we already know it all. We don't know it all. You know it, and you want to share that thing that you know with us. So my dear friends, these are 4 attention killer sentences that turns off your audience's willingness to hear you speak. Never you say the previous speaker has said it all. Never you say you already know it all. Never you say I am not a good and an eloquent public speaker like the previous speaker. And never you say I don't have anything new to say. All of these things put together are called attention killer sentences, and the only good that they can do for you is to turn off your audience's willingness to hear you speak. Point number 2, how should you not conclude a speech? I have seen speakers who engage audience in a very lengthy discussion, and close to the end of their presentation, they say, that is all I have to say on this matter, and I'm going to sit down. My God, That is not a conclusion. That is a mistake. Everything in life has a beginning and everything in life has an end. Having commenced your speech excellently, you should also do your best to ensure that you give your presentation a very wonderful conclusion. Take your time, think about it, write it down, internalize it, and when the time comes for you to bring your presentation to an end, open your mouth and breathe into the microphone, inspiring word, and then when you are done, leave the stage honorably, and we the audience will deduce that you have concluded your presentation. Never you say, that is all I have to say about this matter and I'm going to sit down. That is not an excellent way to conclude your speech. As I said earlier, there are two major spots in which you are likely to exhibit your experience and inexperience as a public speaker, and it is usually at the commencement of your speech and at the conclusion of your speech. I hope you've learned something new today and you will add this to your arsenal of public speaking tips. I look forward to reading from you, and if you like what I've just said, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. I remain your brother and friend Uhemu Godwin Pius, and this is Speak